Hey guys, so what we'd like to do in this video is talk about the Nintendo Switch. We're going to see a lot of people talking about this over the next month or so because Nintendo is releasing two new consoles. Well, they're releasing one new console per se and another one as a revision. The first one is the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a new handheld version of the Switch, and the second one is the new Nintendo Switch. It's not a brand new console, it is a revised version of it. They've improved the battery life in this new version. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about whether you should buy this new revised console, the one that has the more efficient CPU and GPU. Now, I just want to briefly talk about the Switch Lite because this kind of ties into it all. The new Nintendo Switch Lite is out in September, and you can see the prices here in America, but Nintendo are fairly consistent throughout the world. You know, it's $300, £300, €300 for the Switch in the UK, and the Switch Lite, again, $200. So you're talking about $200, €200, £200 for the Switch Lite. For many people, this is the ideal console. It's smaller, it's more portable. The battery life is better than the original console, not as good as the revised one that's coming out, but the battery life does look quite good. Now, it is important to note, yes, this can play all Switch games, but it doesn't actually switch. You know, the Joy-Con controllers don't come off. You can't put it into a dock and connect to your television. This is a handheld. It's a handheld in the same way that the 3DS was a handheld, the Game Boy was a handheld, the Game Boy Advance was a handheld. This is just a portable gaming system, but it can do everything as far as connect online, play all your Switch games and all that. You can see it comes out in yellow, grey and turquoise. So yeah, this looks really good as well, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of Switch owners that buy this as a second kind of console. I'm sure that will be popular, but myself and many other people, we are interested in the revised version of the Switch, and that's what I want to focus on mainly in this video. Now, the original model number of the Switch, and if you've already got a Switch, you can check this yourself. The model number is HAC-001, which you can maybe see in the camera there if it focuses there. HAC-001, but the new variation, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing, it's still HAC-001, but then bracket -01, so kind of -01 at the end of it. And I know this is going to cause some confusion, so I want to kind of, explain that first. This is what you have to watch out for. Well, there's two things you need to watch out for as far as buying a Switch, because I think there's going to be a lot of people who are looking to buy a Switch. They'll see a really good deal on a Switch, possibly the older version that's been discounted, and they'll go and buy it, and then they don't realize that they're buying the older version with the worst battery life. So this is Amazon.com, and if you're in America, you should be happy to hear that the new version has been released. Now, this is the original version. Look at the box here. There's a few things to pay attention to, but really it's the background. You've got a white background, then you've got the dock and the controllers and the television, and then you've got HAC-001. Then you've got the Nintendo Switch Lite being previewed. It's all been pre-orders available for September 20th. There. But if you keep scrolling down, you should be able to see, where are you? There. Now, it's kind of hiding, but that is the new version. That is the new version. So this is the difference. The original model was called that, HAC-001, but the new version has got this little -01 at the end. So from a model number, which should be on the box, and it will definitely be on the console itself on the back, that is the model number you want if you want the extended battery life. And the extended battery life is, it will be going from between 2.5 to 6 hours up to 4.5 to 9 hours. It does depend on the game being played. Now, you've got the model number there, but the other thing is the box. As I said, remember before, white background, the new boxes will all be red. They'll all be red. So that is how you can distinguish it. If you're looking to buy it on a shop, you want the one with the red background. That is the one you want. It's been released in America already. We're not getting it until September here in the UK. It will vary wherever you are in the world, but I think Nintendo are quite consistent in that they're saying that it's the red box that you should look for. This is the UK website, and they've actually started to advertise the new version. This is the older version, neon blue, neon red, grey, same colour variations here, but you can see this one, it's got the red background, Features improved battery life and available starting from early September. Will vary by individual stores and locations. So this is a UK website and it's saying that September, but again, red box, it's fairly consistent. So that's what you need to look for. That's the older version. That is the newer version. So as I was saying there about battery life, the battery has been improved from 2.5 hours up to 4.5, or the maximum has went from 6 to 9. So 2.5 to 6 has went from 2.5 to 6 to 4.5 to 9. And you can see this in Wikipedia. An updated version of the Nintendo Switch featuring a longer battery life of 4.5 to 9 hours was announced. Available in Japan, North America mid-August, i.e. now. Planned for release in United Kingdom in September, as I was saying. This part is important. The revision primarily features a change in the main CPU and GPU to lower power consumption, while otherwise maintaining the same battery to extend the battery life. Now, this is important because there might be some people out there, might be some people watching this that think, well, I'm just going to buy an old one, or I'm going to keep my old one and I'll just buy a battery. And that is something you can do. But that's not going to change anything because it's an internal hardware issue. It's not the battery. The CPU and GPU have been tweaked. They've been made more efficient. So if you went out there to change the battery, nothing would happen because it's the same battery in both consoles. But if you went out there, and I'll talk about buying used in a second, but if you went out there and you did buy a used Switch console, or maybe you've been using your Switch that long that your battery life isn't great, then what you can do is change the battery yourself. Now, this is a guide. I will link to it below so that you can check out yourself. It says 15 steps, 30 minutes to an hour. I don't think it's rocket science, but there are always things that can go wrong when you do this kind of thing. So you have to kind of be careful when you're operating it. But yeah, you can do that. I had a quick search online, £30, £31.49 here in the UK, about $30, $25 kind of around the world roughly. You'll get it cheaper if you order from China as well. You can buy the batteries, and again you can see it there, HAC-001. So it's the same battery, right? That's what I'm saying. And just if you are buying used, you can buy a battery to improve the battery life if that is an issue. So to go back to what I was saying, should you buy the new Nintendo Switch? Well, let's state the obvious. We're here in August, September. There's probably going to be some really good deals in like November or so when it comes up to Black Friday. There will undoubtedly be a couple of good deals out there. There'll be some good deals. Maybe they'll throw in a game. Maybe they'll throw in a controller or something. But there will also be some deals for the Switch, and then they'll put the prices back up for Christmas. This is what they do every single year, but you know that. It's up to you guys. If money is the most important thing and you want the new Nintendo Switch, if you want a bargain, you're going to have to wait a few months, but you will miss out on months of gaming. That is the price you pay. Stating the obvious a little bit, but yeah, here we are. When I saw people talking about the new Nintendo Switch, a lot of the people who are talking about it and talking about the release date were existing Nintendo Switch owners, and they are thinking about upgrading, which means that there's going to be a lot of people who are looking to sell their old Nintendo Switch in order to buy the new one. This presents a very good opportunity for people to buy an older version of the Nintendo Switch, basically the existing version, and they can save a lot of money. Now, I don't think you could save enough money, whereas you could, the money you save could buy a Switch Lite, but you could maybe save 100 and put that towards the Switch Lite, and then all of a sudden you've got a Switch and a Switch Lite. That is definitely an option for you guys. You could definitely save some money by buying the older version. Now, here in the UK, I haven't seen any discounts yet as far as old stock being sold, but there are some bargains. They've got the older version here, £280 on Amazon. It's kind of consistent in most shops, but you also get a £30 voucher for the eShop. If you take that into consideration, if you're going to buy that anyway, kind of brings it down to about £250. So there is a little bit of a saving there just now, but I think we will see some better deals going out there, certainly from other shops. When the new Nintendo Switch comes out here in the UK, there will be shops trying to get rid of their old stock because no one wants to pay full price for the older version. You'd only want to buy the older version if you were, getting a significant saving. So when the new version comes out here in the UK, and I'm sure this is happening in the USA right now as well, there might be some really good deals for the older version. So you might get some good deals for the older version. So what this will do is put you into a position where you go, okay, do I buy the new version for 300 that has that more efficient CPU and GPU, or do I save perhaps 60, 70 pounds, dollars, wherever you are? Maybe you'll save that amount. There will be some really good deals out there. So I reckon there might be a saving, realistically, about 60 or 70. But once that old stock is gone, it will be gone. I think shops will want to be getting rid of them quite quickly. But you will have a chance to buy the older version. So you'll have to ask yourself, do you want that extended battery life? Does it matter to you that it has 4.5 hours rather than 2.5 hours, or 9 hours rather than 6 hours? Does that matter to you? Have a think about it. And it will depend on your habits. Some people, if you've got it docked all the time, battery life really doesn't really come into it that much. You're as well buying the cheaper version. But if you're using it as a handheld a lot, if you're on the move a lot, the battery life, the extended battery life, I think it does make sense to go for it. But again, it depends on the price. Myself, I'm hoping to buy the new version. But I'm not going to lie, if the older version was discounted to a certain point, I would be very enticed to buy the older version if the discount is significant. Now, that is something we'll see in the next few weeks. When the new one is announced in the UK, you're going to see a lot of bargains. This is probably happening in the USA just now. But the alternative is to buy used. This is another option. Now, if you're buying used, yes, you can change the battery. But it is worth noting that Nintendo's guarantee, their warranty, is only for a year. So, and that will definitely void your warranty if you do that anyway. But the warranty is a year. So, if you're buying second hand, chances are it's not in warranty. Now, you can get around that. There are shops that you can buy, second hand, and they will give you their own warranty. So that is something you can get around it. Right now, and I'll use the UK as an example. Right now, this is Hong Kong. Here's an example, and before I talk about UK, I want to talk about this. You can buy the Nintendo Switch from Hong Kong, and you can get a really good saving. You can see here, this is to the UK, £241.99, and it's a saving, but I would not recommend this. Firstly, is that this is not that good a saving, because if you look on Amazon.co.uk, as I said, £280, you get it from Amazon, you get that ability to return it, you get the year warranty, and you get the £30 eShop voucher. Kind of brings it down to £250, which means that this version isn't that good a deal. You're saving like £8, but you're not going to get the domestic warranty. And the domestic warranty is important because there's been a lot of problems with the Joy-Con controllers. A lot of people have had to send them back to Nintendo. Good luck doing that when it's on the other side of the planet. Nintendo will probably just say, sorry, no. And I know from dealing with companies like this, you send them an email, they reply about a week later. They're absolutely terrible to deal with. I still use them from time to time to buy certain things. I bought the Sony action camera. I saved a few £100 in it. There are bargains to be made from buying abroad, but this is not one that you will save a lot of money on, and it could come back and bite you in the ass because the warranty isn't there. So I would not recommend buying from Hong Kong. Buying used is a different story. So I'll have a look on eBay, and you can see there's some people there buying it, selling theirs already. I had a look at some UK shops. You've got Game here, £230 pre-owned. CEX give you a 2-year warranty, and they're selling it, £235 as well. Not sure what the condition is like in these ones as far as what they're boxed, and things like that. That one says unboxed. So yeah, you're not saving a lot. They really have to change their prices to reflect the changes here. I don't think the prices are cheap enough there. So used prices selling in shops, they're okay. But if you're not going to get a warranty anyway, I'd be more inclined to buy it from eBay. So here's some examples from the UK. Some people here, I suspect some people, not all of them, but I suspect some of these people are looking to sell in order to upgrade. They maybe try to beat the rush. 32 gigabytes. 4 games, £200 has been one bid. £32. So there's a few there at £200 or so. It's kind of hard to compare sometimes because it depends on how many games are there. I think I do have sold listings. Right, I've got sold listings clicked. So those were the ones being sold. Okay, so now I've got it sorted by recent first. So these are the ones that have been sold, been sorted by recent. And you've got the Nintendo Switch Pokemon, £260, different games. 240 this was sold for. And it had like a case, it had a couple of games, it had steering wheels. That's £250 second hand. So what you're doing there is you're getting the console is the older version, the one that doesn't have the good battery life. It's probably out of warranty as well, but you're getting a case, you're getting Zelda, and you're getting, I think that's PES football, Pro Evolution Soccer football. So yeah, you're getting a couple of games in a case. And you know, it becomes a little bit harder to work out how good a deal it is, because secondhand, you're not going to get the warranty, you're not going to get different things like that. But if they give you a lot of games, then maybe that, you know, maybe that's good enough for you. And this one came with 4 games. Now, let's have a look at this. Let's see what those games were. And again, it comes down to the games. Here they've got Splatoon 2, good game. Super Heroes 2, I'm not sure about the Lego ones there. I'm not sure about the Lego ones. Maybe they're geared more towards kids. But I know that Mario Kart 8 still sells for about 40. And Splatoon 2 is still, you know, going for a decent amount, maybe 20, 30 or something like that. So that was not too bad a deal. I'm still more inclined to go for one with the warranty. But keep an eye on it, guys. This is what I'm saying. You know, we're in this kind of weird period, and this happens from time to time in the gaming world, where you're in a position where you can buy the older version at a very good price. You can buy it used, you know, with a few games. Or you can buy the new version to get that extended battery life. But if you're going to buy the old version, make sure you get a good deal for it. You should get, if you buy new, you'll get a discount, but you also get the extended warranty, the full warranty, the ability to return it if there's any problems. If you buy used, you probably won't get that warranty. It will probably be expired. But what you will maybe get is accessories. You'll get a case, you'll get some games, you'll get a lot of different things. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys what to do, because I've bought a lot of second-hand consoles in the past, certainly handhelds and different things like that, and I've never had any problems with them. But for a new console, maybe you want to buy new. I don't know. But you can see there are a lot of people selling them here. There's a lot of people buying them. Seems to be, without any, you know, many games, you're talking about 200. So again, if you go back to Amazon though in the UK, you're kind of only saving £50 there. And you're not getting, you know, you're not getting it brand new. You might not get a proper box. I don't know. This is the thing. Personally, I'm leaning towards buying it new and just trying to get the best deal that I can get. But just to kind of reiterate, guys, the one that you're looking for is the one, if I can get it here, the one with the red box. This is the one you want to get if you want the new version. If you want this new version, the one with the more efficient CPU and GPU, make sure you've got the red box. And again, the model number is there, HAC-001-01. So that's the new version. So I've said as much as I can say about this subject, guys. So over to you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. What would you like to do? If you're looking to buy a Nintendo Switch, would you buy the old version if it's at a good discount? Would you buy it used with some games? Would you perhaps buy it used without any games and put the remaining money to buy the Switch Lite? That's another thing. If you can pick up a Switch for like 170 without any games, you've saved yourself like 100, 120, 130. That could go towards the Switch Lite. Before you know it, you've got 2 Switches. Wow. I don't know. But bear that in mind, guys. And bear in mind that when the new Nintendo Switch comes out, the new version of it, I'm not sure how many good deals there will be just now at launch. At launch, you're paying the price for being one of the first people to get it. Fast forward to Black Friday, fast forward to, a month or so before Christmas, I suspect we're going to see some bundles. We're going to see some controllers or a game thrown in or something else to try and encourage people to buy. But you're going to have to wait a few months to do that. So, it's whether you want to wait to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link to the most important pages here so that you can check them out yourself. Hopefully you've got an understanding of what I'm trying to convey. But again, just to clarify, the Switch Lite does not have detachable controllers. It does not have the dock. It cannot connect to the television. But it is something to keep in mind as well, because I know that whilst the Switch Lite is probably not the one I'm going for, certainly as the primary device, maybe I'd get it down the line. There are some people that it might be more suited for. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do leave a comment, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.